listening to In the Trench.
Good morning and welcome back to season 2 of In the Trench. That was good. Wow, we've been gone for not that long because in the little month we took between posting the season finale to today, which it's not today for you or us, we've been hauling ass.
We really have.
We've been working like crazy. We've been doing so many podcasts. We already have almost every podcast for season 2 already done, edited, ready to go. What was your favorite part of the little off season? We can just get a little introduction here.
A little off season? My favorite part was getting to know a lot of new people. My favorite part was getting new equipment. As you can tell, our sound has improved. We are official. Yeah, my favorite part was basically getting to know new people. What about you?
My favorite part, aside from getting to know new people, that's always my favorite part,
yes,
was learning how to grow. Because when we finished season 1 to where we are now, we've grown 250%.
Wow. On
Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. In our off season, Amazon contacted us to add our podcast to Amazon Music, which is amazing because
thank you, Amazon.
I've never put our company email on anything to do with Amazon. So for them to reach out to us was crazy.
Big.
And then Apple Podcasts sent us an email saying we are currently ranked.
Oh my gosh, this was insane.
In London and ranked in Russia. So that was a huge like
we're known in London.
That was a huge motivation for us to just keep hauling. We've been working with a bunch of people to make sure this podcast is as amazing as it could be and get even better.
Reached out to us.
Instagram marketing headquarters reached out to us, so we're working with a bunch of people, and this podcast is going to get better and better and better.
For sure. It already is good.
Something else happened.
What? We
got our first official sponsor.
We did. We sure did.
I'll let you introduce them.
Okay, so these people, they're fantastic. They actually have been on Shark Tank. I would love to interview them one day. We'll try to set that up with our partners. But we have a new partnership for this whole, season. And it's an iced tea, and it's called HILLBILLY. And this is one of the flavors. They have plenty of flavors. And it's John and Mike down at, they reside here. They're local, but they ship to anywhere. So use them and use our code ITTWE10 for 10% off of your order. That's it. Thank you.
We have a real sponsor. And obviously, thank you to Alliance Technologies for the massive upgrade in actual equipment. We had the blue mics that were USB mics. Now we got updated to legit mics. And you'll see throughout the season. I'm going to give you a quick little hint. We have some really funny episodes down the line that aren't just interviews.
Yes.
We have a couple, how do you say it? Like competition episodes. A little filler. If you watch anime, it's like a filler. You'll be excited. It'll come around episode 5 or 6.
They're very enjoyable.
Now, without further ado, I'm going to introduce today's episode, which I filmed quite a while back. His name is Shannon Ainslie. If I'm pronouncing the last name incorrectly, please correct me. But you've definitely seen him before if you've ever watched Shark Week. His Shark Attack video is probably the most famous recorded shark attack ever, since it was the only double shark attack recording ever caught on camera. I'm going to play it right here for you guys. And as you can see, those were 2 great white sharks that attacked his board. And it left his board looking like this. So now that you've seen kind of his story, or you've seen what made him kind of famous, it's hard to believe a person like that will continue surfing. But 6 weeks later, after having his fingers dangling off his hand, he was back in the exact same waters, trying God to see what would happen again. And he actually got an opportunity to move to Norway, and he is now the Norway Arctic surfing captain for the entire country. So he was a very, very interesting person, and he told us his whole story from the beginning to the end. and everything he's doing. And I really appreciate Shannon Ainslie, and I appreciate all of our future guests coming on. So next episode, we have Danny Dorito. After this one's going live today, which is Friday for you guys, October 1st. But we're skipping Monday because all of our episodes are going to be Monday and Wednesday. But since we released it today, we're just going to skip this Monday. So we're going to publish the next one next Wednesday. And that's going to be Danny Dorito 23. He's a really famous TikTok streamer, really famous Twitch streamer, and a pretty famous YouTuber. He's got over 100 and I believe 20-something thousand on YouTube. He's got 3.4 million or something like that on TikTok, and his Twitch account's just as big. So really excited for that one also. So stay tuned. So we got a mascot. Before we start today's episode, just really quickly, we got a mascot.
He's so cute.
Should we tell him the story behind the mascot really quickly? Really fast. Okay, we went to Halloween Horror Nights, and there was this carnival games, and I saw this octopus, and it caught my eye immediately. And I'm like, I need it no matter what, I need it. So I played the carnival game 2 times, failed horribly both times, and Nicole stepped in. She's like, you know what? Fucking got this.
If my boyfriend wants the octopus, he's getting the octopus.
I told her, please don't waste your money. You're not going to win it. It's that stupid carnival game where you throw the ball in the air and it lands in the bucket and you can't let it bounce out. You have to do it 3 times.
In a row.
Nicole did it 2 times in a row. Got really excited and missed the 3rd one, but the lady was so kind. She like slid the ball like under the table type shit, and
then I made the last one.
Nicole made the last one.
And we walked away with Jeffrey. Anyway, thank you guys so much for an amazing season 1. Thank you for an even a better season 1 after season. It was amazing. Yes. And we're really excited for season 2. And we look really forward to seeing you guys next week. We do. Thank you guys. Enjoy the Thank you guys.
What?
Enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show. Why not?
I don't know. That's not fair.
Say it.
I'm usually behind the camera. I'm not used to this. I'm still getting used to it.
I'm leaving this in. All right, guys. Thank you.
Don't.
Enjoy the episode. Shannon, I got to say, man, I'm a really big fan, bro. I found you on TikTok. I'm not going to lie. I found you on TikTok. But then when I looked into your stuff more, because I kind of stalked you on YouTube, not going to lie, I've seen your Shark Attack before. Like, I think every single Shark Week, they play it.
Yeah, so you've seen the Shark Attack before you saw the TikTok video.
So I've seen the Shark Attack my whole life. Yeah. The, what's it called? I watch Shark Week every week. Every year. I'm a huge shark fan underwater. I was going to show you this a little bit later, but I have a megalodon tooth.
Wow.
That I got freaking, I don't even know how long ago, but I got it in St. Augustine, I believe. But no, I've seen your Shark Attack before in Shark Week. I've seen it in, I believe, there's a DVD I used to own called Anatomy of a Shark Bite. I think you were featured there as well. I don't know if you're familiar.
I'm not aware of that one.
No. So I know you've probably told the story a million times, but can you walk me through that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it happened a long time ago. It happened in the year 2000. And at a place called Nahoon Reef in East London, South Africa. And that place actually at one stage had the most fatal shark attacks in the world. So we've always been scared of surfing there. It's always been like a scary place to surf as a kid. And you always hear of stories of people seeing sharks or having shark encounters or being attacked.
So why surf there?
I was always petrified of that place, but the waves are incredible. So for a surfer, it's almost worth the risk to surf there. But I remember this day, or this whole season, just before my shark attack, was quite a sharky season. We had seen a lot of sharks. People had several encounters here and there, but the waves were so good, we just kept on surfing. And this day, there was no wind. The sun was shining. It was a warm winter's day. And about an hour and a half into my surf, I was paddling for a wave. And while paddling for a wave, I had one shark come from my left side and bump me hard into the air. It flipped me around as my legs flew into the sky. It grabbed my surfboard in my hand and pulled me underwater with it. And while that was happening, there was another shark on my right side that could have been going for my head and my shoulders, but it missed me. And it happened so quickly. So I had no idea what was going on. Everything slowed down. I felt no pain, no fear. And I honestly thought I was in a dream. And I remember the shark letting go of me underwater and just stopped and stared at me like this close, face to face.
I saw that in your video that it stopped and stared at you. What went through your mind when you're looking head on to a great white shark?
I had no feelings or thoughts because I thought I was dreaming. It was so weird. I was very confused, and I think the vibe I picked up from the shark was that it was confused as well, because if you look at my surfboard, the shark bit over the fin of the surfboard. So I don't think it was able to close its mouth properly because I only have a bite mark on the one side of the board.
Yeah.
So the fin must have hit its palate. And I'm sure that injured the shark. So when it let go and just stopped at me and stared at me for a few moments, it was probably like, what?
And did you see the other one while it was staring at you, or it was just this one?
No, I was like looking this way, and the shark was over here, and then the other one must have been behind me somewhere. So I never saw that one. And and then the shark swam away. It actually swam and like came around me and shoved me along my back, like it kind of pushed me forward like this.
With its nose.
Say again?
With its nose, right?
I'm not too sure. I don't think it never hit me. It felt like it just kind of brushed along my back, like bumped me. And then I swam to the surface of the water, still not knowing what happened. And then I saw all the other surfers in the water paddling frantically towards the beach and trying to catch a wave back to shore, my friends included. And my surfboard was lying in front of me. So I swam to my surfboard, grab my board and pull my right arm over to start paddling. And then I see my fingers hanging off and a bite in my hand and my wrist and all this blood rushing out. And that's when I thought, or when I realized what I thought was a dream was reality. And that's when everything spiraled down and I started panicking and freaking out so much. It was the scariest moment ever. Especially because
it was scarier after it happened than when it happened.
100%, yeah. Because that's when I realized what was happening. I realized that was actually real. And so no one stayed in the water to help me out. I was left like 100 meters offshore, no waves to catch. Of course, Murphy's Law, the ocean went flat, not a single wave to catch. So I'm busy paddling, looking over my left and my right shoulder, just expecting the sharks to come back. It's like felt like the longest moment in my life, just waiting for a wave to come. And I was crying, I was freaking out and shaking and praying to God like to help me out. And it was just so intense, but I managed to catch a wave. And I remember on the wave, like just zigzagging along the wave from side to side on my belly, just in case the sharks try to catch me in the wave, But I managed to escape.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm stressing out right now, putting myself in that position, because I have a profound respect for sharks, and they're my favorite animal. And but that doesn't mean I'm not completely terrified of sharks. In South Florida, thanks to global warming, we used to not be a great white shark area. Great white sharks would not touch Florida. And I guess because of global warming, in the last 5 or 6 years, it's become a hotspot for great whites. And if I'm not mistaken, the world's largest great white was just found in Tampa, around the Tampa coastline on the east side of Florida, about last year, like 26, 27 feet long great white shark.
That's unbelievable.
So when I hear stories like you are staring down a great white, and then there's another one probably swimming around you, I can't even imagine the fear after having let go. They didn't eat you. They just left you there, having to then swim 100, you said 100 meters?
Yeah.
100 meters to shore. That I can't even imagine what that would feel like. Do you remember anybody yelling? Because somebody recorded it. So how that happened?
Yeah, someone recorded it, and I think the guy caught it accidentally because he wasn't aware of what was going on either. I remember speaking to him the one day, and he said that while he was recording, he saw what happened, but it looked like a fight, looked like two surfers were fighting. So he like filmed, and then he filmed some other things, and a few minutes later, everyone was out the water yelling, "Shark, shark," and someone was shouting, "Call the ambulance, someone's been taken." And yeah, so no one stayed in the water to help me. And although I was 100 meters offshore, I eventually caught a wave. So it wasn't like a 100-meter paddle in.
Yeah.
It felt longer than that though. But fortunately, I did catch a wave. And the crazy thing is that at that reef, once you finish catching the wave, there's like another deep water channel where there's no wave. And then it's like, say, 4 to 5 meters deep again. So I had to paddle a bit more to get through that. And that's another scary part of that reef. But yeah, it was intense.
And what was your first reaction when you see your fingers dangling? Because I saw the video, and you see it was your ring finger and your pinky finger, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
And they were just dangling.
Yeah.
So what goes through your mind when you see your fingers just about to fall off?
Well, I thought I was going to lose them. So in the water, I actually paddled just with the one hand like this, and this one in the sky or in the air. And because they were honestly like coming off. And then I thought to myself, I'd rather lose my fingers than be taken by the shark. So I started paddling anyway. And every time I took a stroke, I felt my fingers like dangle and felt like they were going to come off. And I felt the water rush through my bones and my tendons and in the hole in my hand and through my wrist bone. So it was quite a disgusting feeling. And then when I got to the beach, I was so relieved that I made it. But then when I looked at my fingers again, I got so pissed. I got so angry. I was like, oh, I'm going to lose my fingers. And I mean, imagine looking like this, there are people like that, but I would have and should have looked like this.
I'm not gonna lie, that would be kind of sick though.
Yeah, of course.
Like, cool.
that's fine. That's fine. But
two great white sharks in this.
I know. But anyway, I'm super, super fortunate and blessed to only have like scars in my hand. I mean, I should be dead at least. And so I'm very, very happy.
What is your perspective on sharks after that? Do you have? I know you don't fear them, because I know you said 6 weeks later you went back and surfed again. But
correct, yeah.
Do you have a more profound respect, hatred?
Yeah, I definitely have no hatred towards sharks. I mean, that's their territory, that's their home. I definitely have a lot of respect for them, and I don't think I have a fear towards them, because I've surfed so many times thinking about sharks and even seen a shark close by, and not having the fear of sharks, but more respect, knowing that I'm in their territory. They could take me out at any time. And I've done some shark research. Well, I haven't done shark research myself, but I've worked with shark researchers and marine biologists doing some tests on shark repellents. So I worked closely with people and sharks, and I definitely like them and find them quite interesting, but scary. I'm very unpredictable, so I wouldn't want to like get too close to them and play with them. I want to have a shark pet.
Yeah. I saw a Mythbusters episode during Shark Week, which I'm sure you were part of that Shark Week as well. They were testing like different colors they're attracted to, and if I'm not wrong, they came to a conclusion that if you're wearing yellow, that's like the number one color that they're attracted to, and your board was yellow, wasn't it?
No, it was white.
Oh, was it white? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the top has red and blue on, and the bottom is white. Was white.
Oh, okay.
It looks kind of yellow now. It's like,
yeah, because in the picture you posted or whenever you posted it, yeah, it does look a little.
Yeah, because when a surfboard gets very old, the foam and the fiberglass and resin gets like old and yellowish. So it does look a bit yellow for now, but back then it was white.
And how did we'll get, because I know you're an Arctic surfer now, which is awesome in its own right. But before we get to that, how did Discovery reach out to you, or was like your video just so viral that they didn't even need to reach out to you?
The shark attack video.
Yeah. So for Shark Week,
Yeah, I think everyone reached out. Like I had, because it was the only double shark attack ever recorded. Um, I was contacted by Ripley's Believe It or Not. They were the first ones who contacted me to see. You know, Ripley's Believe It
Of
or Not.
course.
They don't broadcast anything now, do they?
I don't know if they do broadcast interviews, but I could tell you about Ripley's Believe It or Not is that I've been to their museum plenty of
Okay.
times. They have
Yeah,
one
I've
here in
been there,
Florida.
too. It's pretty cool.
Hmm.
But anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, so they contacted me and wanted to be the first ones filming me in the water. And so the same day I had my cast taken off was the day I got back in the water and they filmed the whole thing. So yeah, and then National Geographic, Nat Geo Wild, Shark Week, Discovery Channel, Animal Planet, and many other companies here and there have done some small documentaries or interviews or reenactments of the attack.
So would you say your life changed for the better since the attack?
Totally, yes, 100%.
So in a way, it was a good thing.
For sure, for sure. I mean, when you have a near-death experience and you survive it, you've basically been given a second chance. So you always reflect and look at your life and see what you could do differently and how you can live differently. And most of the time, it's like you look on the inside of yourself. Like, I mean, as a young kid, I actually wasn't the happiest person ever. I had a good life in many ways. My dad was a single parent and he was amazing to me, but we had some difficulties here and there. So as a young kid, I suffered and struggled a lot with like personal issues and depression and anxiety and anger. And I had such an amazing encounter in the water with the sharks, and like spiritually, like I believe like God helped me out so much as well. And after that, I just try to keep that same vibe where I'm not really like a religious person. Well, maybe in some ways, but like I believe in God and believe that He kept me safe and helped me. So I always ask that He would help me to overcome all the other like bad, crazy things I struggle with in my life, like depression and anger, frustration. And anyway, so long story short, after my attack, like a lot of those things just disappeared, and I was able to overcome them. And I feel like with that near-death experience, it changed me and challenged me to look on the inside and change my behaviors, my conduct, my attitude, my fears and my anger and all those kind of things to become a more like joyful person and more stoked person.
That sounds, I mean, that's amazing. I hear that a lot with near-death experiences. People always come out of just more grateful that they're alive and they reflect on everything they went through and they're like, you know what, my life is good. Like I'm alive. I could have had 2 ginormous great white sharks for lunch, but no, I survived. So that's amazing. And you've obviously been surfing since you were a kid. And in the way you describe it in your TikToks and your videos, you make it sound, or they make it sound like you moved to Norway to the cold waters to avoid sharks.
Hmm.
Is that true? Is that why you moved there? Or?
No, not really. But I mean, one of the reasons why I moved, I mean, I was given an opportunity to come here, so I took the opportunity, fell in love with it, and stayed. But also, like for those who know anything about South Africa or have been to South Africa, although it's an amazing country and the people are so great, we have a lot of political and economical as well as racial problems, and it gets more dangerous and unstable every year. So a lot of people, when they get the chance to leave the country, they go. So I never left because of the sharks. I left because of other dangerous situations and people. So I mean, it's like we have like a murder rate that equals genocide, basically, you know, and it's so bad in some parts of South Africa. It's so bad, you have no idea. And some parts are amazing. But that's one of the main reasons why I took the opportunity to go to Norway. So I just make it like a joke that I escaped the sharks. I did.
Yeah.
There are no sharks here, so it's good to surf with a peace of mind knowing that there aren't any sharks that you have to worry about. So yes, that is like half the truth. But you know, I just had the opportunity to come here, and now I'm surfing the Arctic waters in Norway.
So you went from surfing nice warm waters to freezing cold waters. But you said there are no sharks in Arctic waters. Aren't there orcas?
Yes, and there are actually some sharks too. Like just
Like
a few
the
weeks ago, we
Greenland shark, I
saw,
know.
yeah, that and basking shark. I don't know if it's the same thing.
No, the Greenland shark, I believe they're the ones that could live like 400 years old or something
Yeah,
crazy
we
like that.
don't have any of those here, not that I know of. But we have the basking sharks. They have very small teeth or no teeth, so they're safe.
Yeah.
Um, but yes, we have orcas or killer whales here, and that's amazing. Like I've got some friends who've surfed and had some encounters with them where they swim around them, have a look at them, and then they swim away. And I've seen it myself. And I've also had an encounter with them too. It was so scary, but amazing, amazing.
I would lose my mind because from what I understand, orcas really respect humans, or they don't. There's not. I don't even think there's a recorded attack on a human from orcas. But
No, not in the wild at least. I think they're too intelligent. I mean, I'm not saying sharks are not intelligent, but sharks often need to like just bite you to taste what you are first before they kill you and eat you. Whereas an orca, they a bit more intelligent than that, and they can suss you out before that or figure out what you are before that. Um, and I also think and feel like they're similar to dolphins in a way because when I surf in South Africa, often you'll be surfing it and you'll see a whole bunch of dolphins a bit further out, and they'll swim closer to you, surf the waves with you, swim around you just to say hello. And we often swim down to the bottom with them and we see them swimming around us. It's amazing. So I feel like orcas are similar to that because we've had it a few times here where they've actually come to us and they swam around us and said hello and then they swam away. That's scary though because they're so big and we know that they eat sharks. So
yeah, they're the top of the food chain in the ocean, not great
100%.
whites. Damn, that like I told you, I could never be a surfer. When I when I was like 12, my mom really wanted to put me in surfing because we're in South Florida, people surf around here. I don't think there are like many big waves in Florida. Not I've never seen any big waves, but so you're the Norwegian surf captain, right?
Yeah, yeah. I coached the junior and the senior national surf team.
Nice. And how'd you get into is that was that the opportunity you were talking about? To
No, no, I just worked at a surf school at first, and now I still work at a surf school. We do like surf development, beginner surf lessons, intermediate and advanced surf coaching, and we have a surf shop. But I also do coaching with the national team, and that's like a separate thing. And we do training camps every now and then we take them to competitions here and there. So it's quite a fun thing, but surfing is so new in Norway, so not too many young surfers surf. We have like literally a handful of them. So as the sport grows, I think there'll be a lot more surf development, which we're working on now, and we'll have a very strong team in the next few years, I hope.
no, sure. You got a fearless captain who
Hmm.
fought. You could say you fought him. That'll make you sound cool, right?
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
I saw your video. You said that your scar is like almost completely healed, right?
Yeah.
You
I
barely
mean,
see
I
it.
can see them if I look closely, but if I had to like show you in the video now, like you can see, okay, you can't even see it. There's like a little one, yeah.
Yeah,
Now I've got a bite over there. You see that one,
yeah. I see that one.
and then it goes into my pinky, and then along my finger, yeah, and all along there. But
Yeah,
anyway, you can hardly see it. So it's healed up very well, very
you have
nicely.
complete motion. You haven't lost anything. Like it's perfect.
100%, yeah.
Insane, insane how they could just reattach limbs to digits. Wow, Shannon, that has been crazy. I gotta say, genuinely, thank you so much for coming on the podcast because
Cool, no worries.
you can see we're in the trench, we're all about underwater stuff.
Mhm.
We're about everything, but I just love the underwater scene.